Today, you're gonna learn 5 production lessons to write emotionally driven melodic house tracks inspired by rising star producer Oscar Madkay. My name is Leo Loretti. I'm a producer and owner of Abstract Music Lab. Melodic house is all about catchy melodic themes, beautiful harmonies, and also lush vocal layers, while still keeping everything within that dance floor vibe. So to get this, we're gonna deep dive into this project, which you can download for free in the description below. Now let's get into the lessons. Percussions in melodic house don't have to be super complicated. They have to be good enough to add a bit of rhythm and energy for people to dance. So simple percussions but good sounds is always key to it. We can start with a kick. A simple thumpy kick with a lot of low end and a bit of transient can always be good to bring that punch into the dance floor and also give that high end to the dance floor that always gives a bit of presence to the kick. Now we can add a rim and a clap. But to preserve the transient of the kick, sometimes you can sidechain the clap and the rim to the kick. And you can see how the clap and the rim are a little bit more in the background and are more about the feeling of it. Now, you can also add some cymbals into your sound. And you can always start with an open hat. And you can see how this makes your shoulder dance a little bit. And to add more layers and to intensify this hat, you can add another close hat. Or even make it more intense with another open hat. This time a bit longer open hat, as you can listen. And to give a bit of swing into all your percussions, adding a shaker loop is always really nice because the shaker loop adds a lot of swing and also a lot of stereo into the sounds. The lesson here is don't overcomplicate it. Just make it simple enough for it to support your melodic elements and groovy enough for people to keep on dancing on the dance floor. The bass line also plays a simple and syncopated rhythm. You can see that we start on the kick and then we played some notes that are in the 4th, 16th note and also one on the downbeat. And then we pretty much just repeat this all over. Why? Because this creates a syncopated rhythm that it's groovy and it's danceable, as you can listen. And it's extremely effective to create groove into your song, and then we can play the progression playing the notes that we just made. Now, going a little bit into the sound design, what is important is a lot of sidechain is also helpful to create that rhythm, because without the sidechain, it's not going to pump the sound. And also, if we look into the MIDI, we're using this I Can Has kick, which is a really rich wavetable. And this gives a lot of harmonics while also giving a lot of low end, as you can see here in the EQ. And that's about it. Again, don't overcomplicate your bass lines. Make something simple that it's effective and you're always good to go. The main synth is the main element of the song and you can listen to it over here. Let's go into the sound design first because you can see that it's a simple saw wave, nothing complicated, it's just a saw wave with a plucky feeling, nothing so complicated. It also has a bit of sidechain, but the key here is in the MIDI. We start with the C minor progression as we have it over here. We're playing a chord that it's not only the C, we're playing C, we're playing the 5th of C, which is G, and then we're playing the 3rd of C, which is E flat. The real magic comes from varying these note lengths. You can see that we have a note length that it's pretty big, and then we have one that it's really small, then we have one that it's bigger but not as big. Creating that syncopated rhythm, so the chords themselves also add a lot of rhythm and groove to the song and a lot of rhythm and groove to the percussions. That's why we're making simple drums, as we've talked before. Now, the chord progression, we're just playing here the tone, then we're playing here one note down, which is the 7th, then we're playing 5th and 4th. And as you can see it here, it's the same chord playing a different progression. So if we duplicate this here, and match the chords. They're pretty similar, of course, being in the scale of where we would need to be. Same thing for all chords. But to add a bit of variation, you can see here that in this third chord, you don't need to only use the same notes all over the time. You can use different notes to create variation. The key here is to create that open chord. Create some little variations over here, just as you can see in these last two notes, just to change things up and not fall into the same chord progression all over the song. Melodic house isn't melodic house without ear candy, and you need a lot of background elements to create a lush sensation and also add textures to your sound, as you can listen from these 4 layers. But especially coming from this saw analog over here. You have these plucky rhythmic chords over here, just creating some textures to the rhythm. You have this saw lead creating a background lead, creating something extra to what you had. And you have this square pluck just again creating some background to it. But again, vocals can also be ear candies. And you can see that we have this background effects vocal, which is this oh yeah. Creating a really nice texturized background for the lead to shine through. To make things even more emotional, we add vocals to the song.
Whenever you call me. Whenever you call me. Whenever you call me again.
Since the song is mainly about the lead, the vocals just complement whatever we had over there, so we keep things really stripped back, really easy to leave room for the other elements to shine through. But why vocals? Vocals make your songs more memorable. People connect to vocal, but it's important to not overdo it because a lot of vocal can also be tiring to the listener. In addition, processing makes a lot of difference to your vocals, not only to make them better to listen to, but also for them to merge to your song as well. Listen, for example, without anything.
Whenever you call me. Whenever you call me.
It's just dry and it doesn't really merge with the song. When we activate the vocal chain,
Whenever you call me. Whenever you call me. Whenever you.
and there's a few things that are really cool in this vocal chain. First, the PML Vocal Chain Essentials, which is free, and you can get over here with the Rack Attack Volume 2, that is also free, or you can just go into the project and grab it over there. And it gives access to a lot of things that you can do with vocals, like compression, width, low cutting, de-essing, OTT, reverb, and we're also using this envelope follower attached to the delay over here, as you can see. So you can see how the delay, whenever we don't have vocal, the delay sits at 30%, but whenever the vocal comes in, this is going to be lower. This is a way for us to duck the delay whenever the vocal is in, and whenever the vocal is out, we give all the delay back to it.
Whenever you call me. Whenever you call me. Whenever you call me.
And this telephone feeling is also really cool. Listen again.
Whenever you call me.
Now we activate this.
Whenever you call me.
It's just to give another automation and to enhance the emotional effect that we have in this vocal, to essentially dial it down and then bring it back up again.
Call me again. Whenever you call me. Yeah.
So make sure to process your vocals, make sure to make them interesting by adding a lot of effects in the background, but also by playing around and not leaving them just as a vocal. Add a telephone effect, add more delays, take out the delays, take out the telephone effect, and this is going to make your vocal really dynamic and really nice to listen to, while also keeping them stripped back for the lead to come through and shine over the song. Now, if you want to dive deeper into writing professional melodic house tracks, you can check out the Melodic House Academy Volume 2, which is a step-by-step learning pathway with in-depth courses and also a complete sound library designed to help you take your songs to the next level. You can also download this project over here in the description below, the exact project that I've just shown to you, so you can explore it in detail and follow along in your DAW while I explain everything to you. Both links are in the description below. This is Lilo Reddy from Abstract Music Lab signing off. Ciao.